Hey Wanderers! Welcome back to another Foolish Wanderers podcast, the podcast about anything and everything. Today we're going to be talking about a Willy Wonka experience that was overtaken by AI and didn't turn out so great.
Yeah, didn't turn out so great is an understatement, I think.
I think, yeah, pretty massive understatement.
Pretty massive understatement. Okay,
Yeah.
so this happened. I came across this on Twitter.
Okay.
February, was it 26th, I believe? That's
Somewhere
when
around
this
there, yeah.
it happened, somewhere around there. And so it was sold this in Glasgow, Scotland. It was sold as a live Willy Wonka experience, but they used all AI images on their website to sell tickets. And then people showed up and they saw what it was, and it got so bad that the cops came. So that's how much of a disaster this utterly was.
It's just, so I've only seen like very surface level things because I tried not to dive too deep into this one yet, but I've seen some interesting images and they made interesting design choices, to say the least. So
This is going around the internet like wildfire right now.
it is.
Like crazy. So much so that Lego. This isn't the Lego. But it's like a Beyond the Brick.
Okay, so like a fake Lego account.
Yeah, like a fake Lego account, but they created a Glasgow Willy Wonka Experience playset.
It looks sparse, just like the real thing. It's fantastic.
It looks like there's more items than the real thing.
It does. Oh man.
Yeah, so we're basically just gonna break it down.
So how much were tickets? Like I heard around $40 a person. Is that right? Or is that...
It's like $45
Okay, so that's not
US
cheap.
dollars. No. So we're just gonna read the article that the New York Times wrote.
Okay.
About this experience.
Gosh.
So families in Scotland were expecting to taste chocolate treats and observe optical marvels at a Willy Wonka themed event in Glasgow in, February, one of the weekends in February.
Okay.
Instead, they got a couple of jelly beans, a short walk around a nearly empty warehouse, and a visit from the cops.
Oh, what a treat.
Oh, what a treat. So the event, Willy's Chocolate Experience, was scheduled for February 24th through the 25th, and it promised on event listing websites. What does that mean?
Like your ticket sellers, kind of like Ticketmaster or whatever.
Oh, okay. I learned something new.
Hey.
Hey, okay. So it promised to include chocolate fountains, performances by Oompa Loompas, and interactive experiences inspired by scenes from Dahl's book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That sounds so cool. Like you could have done so much to this.
You promised a lot.
That is a lot. Like the first thing I thought of when I heard about any of this and saw just like how bare the warehouse was is I think whoever set this up drastically underestimated how much it costs to build set pieces.
That's a good observation. You would know.
Yeah, because like I've designed a few set pieces for high school and we have a pretty tight budget.
Yeah.
But so, like especially today, it doesn't take very long to rack up a few $1,000s. Like especially if you're trying to fill up a warehouse and you're promising chocolate fountains and like live performances, so you have actors, like paid actors supposedly.
Yep.
And like costumage and just like everything. Even if you go like scrounge around for set pieces, you can make some cool stuff. But to fill up an entire space like this, it's not cheap. It's
warehouse.
A warehouse, let alone like a classroom. Like that's gonna be thousands of dollars.
So I've seen some of their set pieces and some of them are kind of neat.
Yeah, some of them are.
I just wonder if they would have done this in a smaller room.
Yeah, that's what
would have been more impressive than just than this huge warehouse, and it was just sparsely just populated, and then they have the concrete floors, and you know what I mean, like it's just
so like even if you think of, I don't know if you know Wanderers about Spirit Halloween, how they like section off like a portion of an old store. It's not like they cover the entire store most of the time that they
Yeah.
like inhabit. They just have like a certain section of the place sectioned off to make their like temporary little store. That I feel like would have been better than having this huge like warehouse thing full of sparse things, just kind of section it off and be like, okay, here's our back room, but like the main part is this little space. Like that would have made it better, I feel like.
Yep.
But
Oh yeah, no, there's a photo op at this like, experience. They had a photo op where it looked like they had sort of like a Candyland. It looked like Candyland. It didn't look like a Willy Wonka chocolate factory looking
okay, yeah.
backdrop. So they had
Yeah.
the photo op backdrop of like a Candyland thing, and it was teeny tiny on this big concrete space.
Oh no. Yeah, at least like too with like the flooring, you could either, if you have like permission to, you could put like paint on it, or you could like put
A tarp,
tarps down, just or
just
like
a tarp,
stickers,
anything. Yeah,
like
sticker,
like a
not
rug,
just
like a
yeah,
weird
rug.
like just like a
Yes.
fake turf, you know,
Yep.
just something.
Yep.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. This is the dark part about we're laughing because it's so bad, but here's the dark part of this whole experience. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So one father named Stuart Sinclair drove 2 hours from Dundee to take his 3 children to the event. This is his quote. There was maybe 20 chairs, a couple of tables, and a half-inflated bouncy castle, he said.
It sounds like a murder den. Sorry, but that sounds like lure people in and then you don't leave. Kind of a thing.
It's just so scammy. Like if you had to do this is like an episode from like a TV show like The Office or something.
Yeah.
You know, this is just
Probably.
it's just too unbelievable to be true. This actually happened. Okay, so Mr. Sinclair said that he paid £35 or about $44 per US dollars per ticket for his 2 sons aged 10 and 11 and his daughter 4, who was dressed in a Willy Wonka costume and had told her preschool teachers how excited she was to go to the event.
Oh.
She had a costume. Okay, I wonder if her costume was better than the actor that was paid to be the Willy Wonka.
I think so, because
Did you see his costume?
I saw all their costumes and they are pretty bad.
They're pretty bad.
They're pretty bad.
Yep. Okay, so this is another one of his quotes. So the children got 2 jelly beans each.
You paid $44 for 2
jelly beans. So I have seen other reports that children got 3 jelly beans each.
Scandalous. So, not allowed.
Not allowed. No. And then they also got half a cup of lemonade.
Not even a full cup.
Not even a full cup. Half a cup.
Oh no.
Okay, so this is one of the photos that was leaked, Katrina. Have you seen this photo? So that looks like it's the bouncy, like a stage of some sort, like a teeny little stage that's in the middle of this just ginormous warehouse with random tables, just not like maybe 3 like picnic tables.
Okay, let me try to paint the picture for the Wanderers.
Yeah, paint the photo better than I did.
Okay, so Wanderers, close your eyes for a second. Picture a wide open warehouse with gray floor and white walls and ceiling. As you walk in, there's a few like high school dining room tables just strewn about, you know, kind of like a backstage to like a meet and greet event for like a celebrity you're going to, right, where they hang out. But this is not glamorous. This is like high school lunchroom tables. And at the very end of this warehouse is this bright pink speck that is with like some balloons and an arch kind of looking thing. Yeah, that's a stage.
The speck of the stage. The speck of the stage.
It's literally a speck.
It's literally a speck. Oh my gosh. Okay, so okay, here's the backdrop. This is the backdrop I was telling you about, the photo op.
Okay, this backdrop is again against another white wall. With a random flat screen TV next to it with nothing
on it. It's off. Play the movie, play anything, put your AI images on there.
Oh gosh. But yeah, this background is like one you'd have like at a high school event, like a high school prom to stand against. It's small.
It's like the small little printed out tablecloth backdrops that you would get from like Oriental Trading catalog.
Yeah, like the plastic ones.
And it doesn't look Wonka themed at all.
No, it does look like Candyland. It looks more like Candyland. Like a little Hansel and Gretel house.
And do you love that they didn't even bother to put it on a wall that didn't have a ginormous frickin' what even a
So
ginormous frickin' beam that cuts the photo in two.
So again, okay, I'll paint the picture for you. So picture your blank white wall, your gray floor, right? And you had this background, but in the very center of this background is a black beam because they didn't put the two halves of this background together. They decided to put the beam in the center of it. And it's not even flat against the wall. There's something
No.
behind it at the bottom. So it's like poking out from the wall.
So $44, a 2-hour drive.
Take the TV. You know, it's not even plugged in. Just take it at this point.
Okay, here's more of the horror. Are you ready?
Oh gosh, okay.
So, families had booked time slots to enter the venue every 15 minutes and were greeted by rows of unadorned tables and walls of black fabric separating one sparsely decorated space from another. Unadorned is a great word.
It is, because it's literally just bare bones. Like, there's no color to it. There's no, like, Willy Wonka colored tablecloth, anything. It's just, here's what you get. This is what we pulled out of the closet. The supply closet back there, that's where all our props came from. Enjoy.
All right, here's more of the quote from Mr. Sinclair. So as soon as they walked in the door, they were like, wow, just shaking their heads and totally in disbelief of how bad it was, Mr. Sinclair said.
I mean, what else can you do at that point? Because you spent this money. I'm gonna put in like a, what is it called when you call your bank and be like, no, this is fake, this is a scam. Like, what is that called?
I don't know, a complaint?
I don't know what
you're talking
I forget
about.
what that's called. But like, I forget what it's called. But when you like dispute, you put a dispute in with your credit card for your bank. Yeah, I'd do that immediately. I would not let my kids in there, just saying, because if I walked in those doors and I saw there was like nothing set up, I'd immediately be terrified for my kids. Nope, we're leaving. You're not going in there.
Especially if there was like white vans that were like in the front. the back end of the stage, the backdrop of the stage is just the back of a van. Yeah.
Give your children, here's your jelly bean. Go into the fun little compartment.
They're throwing the two jelly beans into tossing them in the van. Yeah.
It sounds like do you know Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, where where like the child kidnapper guy like tricks them with like the candy truck?
Yep.
And he's like, get in here. It looks like that.
Yeah, it's like that.
I hate that part of that movie.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, bam bam bam.
That movie gives me nightmares.
Can you buy that candy that whistles?
I don't know if it's that exact kind, but yeah, there is candy that whistles, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, more from the New York Times article. So Alana Lockins of Hamilton, that means nothing to me, but okay.
Is that the musical?
Maybe it's Hamilton, Scotland, since they're in Scotland.
I'm just like curious because I did see a TikTok of someone that was saying that she was like an Oompa Loompa and like she was an actress and she was actually hired and she's like, oh, this is just another acting gig.
Yeah.
Is that who this is?
No, this is just another person that unfortunately bought tickets to this show.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's probably just a town. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's just like a town of Scotland. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So Alana Lockins of Hamilton, not the Broadway musical, but probably the city somewhere in Scotland, said that after she had bought tickets, she noticed the event website had been updated with a legal warning to say that it was not related to the Wonka franchise, which is owned by Warner Bros. She grew concerned it was a scam and was initially relieved to arrive and see an actual event taking place. Okay, this is her quote. I can laugh about it now, but initially I just thought it looked ridiculous, said Miss Lockins, who went with her ex-husband, a friend, and her 2 children. It was so poorly done, considering how much the tickets had cost us.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
Their website is still up.
It is up. Did you go on it?
Yeah. And like, if you scroll on their website, the Willy's Chocolate Experience, it actually looks legit. Like, it looks fun and like AI generated, yes.
Yeah.
But it looks like a cool event. But it is not. Do not be fooled.
It is not. Do not be fooled. So, facing crowds of disappointed families, event organizers abruptly canceled the event Saturday afternoon. Police Scotland said that officers were called after the event was canceled, but that the police determined they were not needed. It was not clear who called the police.
Could I just I don't know if this is connected or anything, but so when I went into the Willy's Experience website, I clicked on contact us, and it says to contact the House of Illuminati.
Yep, that is right, Katrina, because the event organizer, the House of Illuminati, addressed the complaints on Saturday, saying in a statement that it recognized the event was a disappointment and that it should have canceled it earlier. Quote, "We fully apologize for what has happened and will be giving full refunds to each and every person that purchased tickets," the company said in a statement on its Facebook page, which has since been removed. And the House of Illuminati did not respond to requests for comment. Now, I did see on Twitter, or sorry, X, whatever
It's Twitter.
It's Twitter. So I did see on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, that I don't know if this is true, but it was a photo of the event saying event canceled, and it said, I don't know if you can read it.
It's just a blue blob.
I know. It's so hard to like transfer.
Okay, there we go.
Is it adjusting?
Wait, kind of. Back it up just a little bit.
See, isn't this hard? Like, why can't I?
It just looks like a white blob.
Darn. No. Well, it worked. Katrina, just please paint the picture to the wanderers of what you see.
Sorry. Okay, so after the camera focused, Ketcher showed me the cancellation sign. It is in the corner of like a sketchy entryway with like brick walls, right? On a black, on a white.
They're black brick bricks.
On a white piece of like tag board. Event can solid.
They didn't plan out of the spacing. So the first part of cancel is huge, and then it kind of gets like abruptly.
Oh gosh, yeah. So it's literally it's on the floor. It's not even on the door.
They didn't even hang it. It's just like in the corner of So I hope this is real.
I hope this is real, but this is also very sad. But yeah, it says event canceled by House of Illuminati, and I can't read the bottom. Oh, contact, and it has their email or something on it.
But the email is so teeny and horribly written that you can't even tell who to contact.
It's so bad.
And then at the bottom it says sorry. So that's how the House of Illuminati, the organizer that put on this event, decided to cancel this event by putting this poster in the corner outside.
Oh, that just like fits the vibe so correctly. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
They didn't even plan it right. They just started writing and like, oh, that's too big. What would have made it better is if they would have like written what they could have canceled and had another smaller piece of paper stuck out that completed canceled, like spelling it.
So yeah, like a little tag, like a skin tag, like just like additional on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the event took place at Box Hub, an event space in Glasgow. Matt Waterfield, the operations manager for Box Hub, said in an email that the House of Illuminati approached him in early January and that the company was entirely responsible for the marketing, promotion, and operation of the event. Quote, "They dressed the venue on Friday," he said, and the result was incredibly underwhelming.
So, are they talking about just this past January? They're like,
oh, yes, January 2024, they booked the thing, and then remember that this event was going to run from February, was it 25th to 24th to the 25th. So is that a Saturday and a Sunday?
So, even if you think about it, that is not enough time to 1, hire people to work there, 2, get all the supplies you need, 3, make it like an actual event. Like theoretically, you could do it if you had like all the correct people putting in work.
In a half a day or like a full day, basically.
But like, no, to like plan this whole event, like to have somebody contact you in January for an event at the end of February, like that's kind of nuts to me.
You better have like all your stuff in a row.
Yeah, you like would have already had to have like your like if you're hiring actors, if you're having free chocolate fountains, if you're trying to perform like little skits by Oompa Loompas, that doesn't happen in like a week necessarily. Like that should have been your first clue. Like, there's something kind of wrong here.
Also, like they decide Oh yeah, they're gonna set up on Friday.
Yeah, like this kind of a thing. If you're one, yeah, if
I
it's
mean,
supposed to be an event, you take
I'm
a
wa-
week at
I'm
least.
wondering. So I don't know why this is like this just comes to my mind as an example,
Mhm.
but like Mickey Mouse on Ice or whatever it's called.
Okay. Mhm.
I dude, so like that's a traveling show, like a known show. If
Yeah.
they're traveling, how long does it take them to set up?
Um.
Like,
So with
I'm
like,
sure they're probably, like, legit and they're able to do it with a day, right? Because
yes,
they've
yeah.
been doing this for a long time and what so on and so not, like,
Yeah, so,
right?
like, even if you think of, like, the Taylor Swift, like, her whole tour, one thing that really impressed me with her is that she has I think it's 2 stages. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, maybe it's more now, but, from what I heard, she had, like, 2 stages built, so that way, like, she could be in one town or one city, and then while her stage is set up in one town, they can move
Mhm.
the second stage to the next city venue. So, like, it takes a good, like, day or so because like, her stage had so many working pieces, and even with, like, a huge team putting it all together, it takes, like, at least a day, maybe a few days to set it up. Like, it's not it's not a
It's
quick
not a,
process.
"Hey, show up Friday afternoon to unlock the doors to this place and let these House of Illuminati come in here and"
Yeah, and you gotta have, like, sound check, lighting, you gotta do all this stuff. And even, like so I went to a few Greta Van Fleet concerts, and, like, they can tear it down within, like, probably, like, 45 minutes, like, but they're trained people. People are trained to, like, take things apart and, like
Right.
so, like, it's just there's so many things.
So many questions, like, red flags that should have
Yes.
like, for this place, this Box Hub place, there's so many red flags, like,
Yes.
they contact you in January. I don't know how weird that is to have this event, like, less than a month away, right?
Yeah.
And then you go like, "Okay, who's the organizer? The House of what? House of Illuminati?
Uh,
Okay. I've never heard of them. Maybe
mm,
check in and see what else they've done."
yeah.
Okay, and then so when do you go, "Hi, House of Illuminati, when do you guys want to come and set up for the event since it's
Uh-huh.
Saturday, Sunday?" "Oh, not until Friday?"
Right.
"Okay, that doesn't sound fishy to like, that doesn't sound fishy to them? It's just
To
weird."
me, it would, but maybe, like, their systems are different, I don't know.
Yeah.
I did find, how long so this is Taylor's stage, so this is, like, the crazy intense stage.
This is the
Eras
Eras
Tour, yeah,
stage.
sorry. Yep,
Okay.
Era Tours, yep. So, according to the New York Post, Swift's trucks so, like, she has several trucks for each, like, stage, semi-trucks. So her trucks begin the transportation process more than a week before each show, and that the whole
Whoa.
and that the whole operation takes around 2 to 3 weeks to complete. Once set up, Swift performs for 2 or 3 nights before the whole process starts over again. So, like, this is, like her stage is huge and intense, but that just kinda shows you, like, the level of, like
Commitment.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is different than, like, just, like, an event, kinda like a stationary thing where you're just walking
Right.
through it. That is
But
different.
there's still, like we're talking about the complete polar opposites, like, ends of the spectrum, like,
Yeah,
hers is, award-winning, like,
yeah.
groundbreaking, whatever it is, and then this is gonna groundbreaking the other way. Like,
This is
but
so bad.
but this
Yeah.
is still, like, we're just saying, like,
It should take more than a day to
it
set
should
up,
take more than a day.
theoretically, and, like, if you have performers, they should be able to, like, practice in their area at least a day before,
Yeah.
like, maybe several days, but
Yep.
yeah, anyways.
Alright, anyways, here we go, more from the people.
Okay,
This is another quote from the Box Hub people.
okay.
So, "We are fully on side with the many outraged customers and truly hope that House of Illuminati refunds these families as promised." Okay, so families who attended the experience and people hired to work at it gathered in a Facebook group to complain about what had happened and to discuss how it would be set right. Jenny Fogarty, who was hired to play an Oompa Loompa, told the Scotsman, that's a paper,
Okay.
that she was given a 15-page script to read the night before the event began, and
No.
she received her costume an hour before families arrived.
I am appalled. So, I don't do, like, professional theater work, I do high school theater, but we plan out costuming months before, and we have scripts months before. Um, yeah, and I will try to leave some links, Wanderers, to, like, some photos and TikToks of this whole experience. One of the TikToks I saw of her experience, someone called it a Willy Wonka meth lab.
Yeah, well, then you just see the photo though.
The photo, yes, I will leave
The
links.
photo was just to sum up 2024 already. With just this was
2023.
this-
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is just.
Yeah, it was bad. It was.
She looks like the Walter White of Oompa Loompa, like Walter White Breaking Bad chocolate, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Like it is an unadorned lab-looking table with
So, like,
her skinny little Oompa Loompa tall self
also, yeah.
with like smoke in the background, like it, and she has the most like just depressed face.
Yes, it looks
because I don't blame her because this was her job, and the House of Illuminati totally screwed her over.
Yeah,
but I feel bad. This photo's just going around the internet like wildfire, but it is so funny.
And it looks like like theoretically, some of the props that they had, like the set for like her little station, could be cool if they doctored it up to look more Willy Wonka.
With lights and we doctored it up. Like lights
with
go a
some
long
gold.
way.
Yeah, lights and like spray painted gold, have some fun little flourishes. Nah, it just looks like a meth lab.
It looks like a meth lab.
Yeah, and like their costumes look like they got them from Wish.com.
They did. I think they got them for super cheap. So Jenny Fogarty, who was hired to play the Oompa Loompa, right? 15-page script the night before. Yep, there it is. There's the photo of her. Yeah, behind her station.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna leave many links so you guys could.
That should just be
the
that photo should just be the cover photo for this episode.
Can I do that without being like taken down?
Of course.
Okay, I'll try it. We'll see what happens.
You think the House of Illuminati is gonna come after us? They've got no money to sue us. They're gonna be in some huge lawsuit
at that point. Well, like even if like when they mentioned that disclaimer thing that had popped up on their website, like after like a day or whatever their tickets went out, I bet Warner Brothers probably saw that and were like, absolutely not.
Oh, I would have sent the SWAT. I would have sent in the Warner Brothers SWAT team.
They probably got like cease and desist or like something. They're like real quick, because this kind of a thing would tank their whole Willy Wonka
brand. Yeah.
Yes. And the newest movie is so good. I love the newest movie.
That's what I've heard, and I haven't seen it.
It's one of my favorite movies now.
Really?
It's so good. I love it.
Is it streaming anywhere?
I think they're trying to. Let me look that up.
I think it's coming to Max. I saw maybe.
Okay, so right now it's on like Amazon,
I
Google
gotta
Play,
pay
and
money.
YouTube.
I gotta pay money, right?
Yeah, they have it on.
I don't want to pay money.
I don't.
I'm just gonna wait till it comes out somewhere else for free.
Yeah, on Max. Yeah, you're right. It said Max.
Yeah, so I'll just wait till it comes on Max because I got that.
Yeah, it says it's coming March 8th. So.
All right. Well, then I'll just wait a few days. We'll be good.
It's a really good movie. You guys should check it out. Timothy Chalamet. It's beautiful. I listened to the soundtrack.
Hey, is it Timothy Chalamet or is it Timothée Chalamet?
I think it's Timothée. But I've seen interviews where he's like, Timothy's fine, just not Tim. Don't call me Tim.
Don't call me Tim.
He's like, call me Doug. I don't care. Not
Tim.
Tim
Chalamet. Tim Chalamet.
That's what this Wonka Experience, this Willy Experience's actor's name is.
Yeah,
Tim
it's Tim Chalamet. So the actors were given their costumes an hour before the families arrived. So this is from the Oompa Loompa. The wigs were very cheap. We were just handed an Amazon box that probably arrived that morning.
Probably.
So the Oompa Loompa said she was told she would be paid 16.66 pounds an hour, but that she had not been paid yet. That's messed up.
I've heard too that they still have not been paid.
Really?
That's what I've heard. I don't know. I have to look that up to see if it's true still, but from last I heard, they still have not been paid.
Oh my gosh.
So that $44 that you paid didn't even go into their paycheck.
Oh.
I bet that's probably going to be part of their lawsuit, though, for the Illuminati, House of Illuminati. I bet that's going to be part of their lawsuit, because they need to be paid. Like, the actors. Oh, looks like a high school prop. Do you want me to describe this to you?
Oh, yes. Describe the scene.
Okay, so Kendra is showing me... Is that the entrance? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Or just... Okay. So, the entrance picture that Kendra is showing me is... It's a rainbow arch, which theoretically, it could be cool. Like, on a stage set, it would look cool.
It would be nice.
It would be nice, yes. However, when you walk through it, you look through it, it's your same warehouse with a couple giant gummy bears, and it looks like a Vincent van Gogh Starry Night plastered in the background. Like, it's...
a warehouse that...
In a warehouse. It's... So, like, they didn't even use, like, a Wonka-colored, like, fabric wall. Like, they have black walls. They could have used Wonka or... like just like that maroon color
Yeah.
or something. But no, it's just
Any
black.
light. My thing is lighting.
Yeah.
Lighting is my thing. There are no lights besides warehouse
There's no
skylights.
yeah, yep. And like even like if you didn't use black for the fake walls, it could have been like pastel colors, it could have been candy colors. Nah, just black.
Just black.
The most depressing color you could use.
I like the random gumdrop that's just laying there like a turd on the ground.
The gummy bear.
Yeah. It's
It's
just
just
so
like
weird.
those look cool. Like those in like the right setting could look really cool. Oh, Kendra's got another random background. This one is actually on a wall. This one, so this photo
It's
op
not hung
background.
tightly though. Do you see how it's sagging? It's not hung
So
tightly. Do you
no,
like that they have the velvet rope for all the lines waiting?
you know, oh, hi Ray. Ray came to join us for this tragedy. So this is just another blank white wall with a tiny backdrop of a Hansel and Gretel looking house you can take photos in front of with a velvet rope covering half of it. And it's hung by two corners, so there's a giant sag in the middle.
Sag in the middle, yeah.
It looks like they ran around with things from Amazon that morning.
Yep. All right, here's more. Here's more from the article, New York Times article.
Okay.
So the event promised a journey filled with delicious treats, enchanting adventures, and moments worth capturing.
There's a lot of moments.
There's a lot of moments. And it included elaborate candy-colored illustrations. Those illustrations were marred by unusual misspellings and phrases, including a paradise of sweet teats. And I don't really know how to say this one, but Exarcersday lollipops.
This sounds extravagant.
Is it supposed to be extraordinary?
Probably. I bet it probably
It sounds
is.
like Sims language.
Yeah, which is like, to me, if someone would see this on their website, right, or this is like the main poster for this thing.
Yeah.
If I saw that, immediate red flags. I'd be like, why would I give them their money?
Yeah. It's not even, so I know that your brain will fill in misspelled words.
Yeah, yeah.
But to an extent.
Yeah, like there's, unless you're dyslexic, these words should be like pretty distinguishable to be like,
yeah. Exarcersday. I don't even know what that should be.
It's AI.
It's AI. Yeah.
Yep.
So these all, the website, all the posters, everything AI generated, and they didn't even bother. The Illuminati didn't even bother to fix the misspellings.
Like you just take it into Photoshop and just plaster it over a new one. Like it would have been so easy, but no.
All right. Here's more from Mr. Sinclair.
Okay.
So Mr. Sinclair said that although his family was disappointed by Willy's chocolate experience, he and his children still made the most of their day in Glasgow, taking his daughter to make her first teddy bear at Build-A-Bear Workshop.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That's just sweet. But the worst part of all, Mr. Sinclair said, there was no chocolate.
Yeah, that's the thing. Chocolate fountains, free chocolate. Nothing, not a drop inside.
Not a drop of chocolate. So that was the article from the New York Times. I think it's a great article. It's pretty funny.
Did you see?
That was written by Amanda Holputch.
Nice. I liked it a lot. Very informative.
Great. Very informative.
Did you see too? I don't know if it's true or not, but one thing I did see on TikTok was that the guy that created this thing, supposedly, he writes books through AI and puts them on Amazon for sale. So his whole career is writing through AI. And that's how he came up with this Willy Experience, is he threw a bunch of Willy Wonka stuff through AI, formed a script, and they didn't mention it, but there was a villain that made kids cry.
The unknown.
Yes. And this unknown thing hid behind like a college dorm mirror. And like peeked around in a black coat with like a white gray mask and had a black wig on, a black trench coat, and it was the scariest thing. And Willy Wonka's just standing there like, "Oh no, it's the unknown. What do we do?" It made kids cry, and that's not part of the Willy Experience. Like, what is going on? It's because AI put a villain in Willy Wonka.
Yes. Okay, so here's more. This is from the Wikipedia page, the official Wikipedia page right now, okay?
Okay.
This is backing up what you said. Okay. So the event was organized by House of Illuminati, right? And this company is registered to Billy Cole, which claims to offer, quote, unparalleled immersive experiences. So Rolling Stone magazine concluded that its websites and event descriptions were likely written by an AI chat box.
Yep.
And Cole had also registered a number of other companies, and he had claimed to work as a consultant for a now defunct brand called Empowerty, which is the dumbest name I've ever heard of.
Sounds like an AI name too.
Empowerty?
It sounds like empowered and like poverty.
Yes. Which is exactly, I think you hit the nail on the head there. So in 2021, he had co-directed a now defunct Glasgow food bank, and in summer of 2023, he independently published 17 AI-generated books on topics including vaccine conspiracy theories and right-wing politics. So Illuminati, yeah. Okay, so 3 actors were hired to portray Willy McDuff, a character based on Willy Wonka.
It's not Wonka itself, but
No,
Willy.
Willy McDuff.
Okay.
And then one of these actors was Paul Connell, who said that they had been given a single day to learn a script that was 15 pages of AI gibberish of me just monologuing these mad things. The script was unusual for also including full stage directions for the audience. What does that mean?
So stage directions, like in a normal script, is for like the actors, like how to like exit stage right, stage left, you're supposed to cry now, like just basic directions where you're acting.
Okay.
But they don't exist for the audience because the audience doesn't have the script. So that's why it's weird, because like the audience is the audience. They're not supposed to have like your script and have directions. So that's why it's weird.
Oh my gosh.
There's
okay.
like, there can be like audience participation where you kind of like lead them through it, but it's not like they have it in front of them and they know what they're supposed to do. So that's, yeah.
All right. So another actor playing Willy McDuff was 18-year-old Michael Archibald. The Experience was his first ever acting job, and he was given the script at 6 p.m. on Friday before the event began.
That's an unfortunate first acting job. I apologize.
But he's famous. He's in a Wikipedia article.
Does he want to be famous for that?
I don't think so. Okay, your actor Christy Patterson, who played one of the Oompa Loompas called Wonky Doodles in the script.
They can't use Oompa Loompa. That's copyright.
Yep, so Wonky Doodles it is. Said that the job offer had been posted on Indeed.com and offered £500 for 2 days of work.
Yep.
A day prior to the event, the actors attended a dress rehearsal at the sparsely decorated venue, and they were told that others would be working through the night on the production. But when they returned on the day of the event, guess what? The venue remained in the same condition.
So what'd you work on here, huh? Oh,
I
just
don't
tweaked a few light
know.
bulbs, took out the lights and installed some skylights. That's it.
It basically was just like an abandoned empty warehouse, and then the bouncy castle AI generated backdrops just strewn about, and then the bare concrete floors. And apparently the venue's windows were dirty, and the air conditioning system was like left like exposed.
This is well thought through.
And Patterson, who played one of the Wonky Doodles, she said she thought about leaving, but she didn't want to disappoint the kids, so she just decided to try to like. So I think she was the one that you saw. She
On TikTok,
tried to make,
probably.
that she's tried to make the best of it, and
like,
she
I
was
get
told
that.
to only give kids like 3 jelly beans each.
That's insane.
That's sick.
I feel bad too because that's her face on it now too.
Yeah.
And I did find an article from Rolling Stone, and it says as of March 1st, they have not been paid yet.
Oh my god, this guy better go to jail.
He better. This is the Fire Festival in 2024.
This is the Fire Festival for kids.
For kids, yeah.
Which is nasty, because I don't want kids to get. I rather have rich people get
That's true.
Screwed over instead of little kids.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so the script included an original character called like the Unknown.
The villain.
The villain, who is described as, quote, an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls.
And behind a mirror, apparently.
Behind a mirror?
So
And so the Unknown was attempting to steal the magical anti-graffiti gobstopper from Willy McDuff's chocolate factory. The Unknown was played by a teenage actor, Felicia, wearing a silver mask, a black cloak, and with thick black hair. But I saw on her TikTok that it was her own hair.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yep, that's the unknown. Did you see the video of the unknown where the Willie McDuff characters being like, "Oh, the unknown," and then the unknown pops up behind that dorm mirror, and the kids are like, they like groan, they're like, "No."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, yeah, here it is. So some children were noticeably upset by the character who appeared from behind a large rectangular mirror. Connell was scripted to defeat the unknown using a vacuum cleaner. No such prop was provided, and Connell was asked to improvise. How do you improvise a vacuum clean? Like what?
I think at that point, I think he had like a little staff, didn't he? At that point, just
I
like
don't know.
just turn into like a magic wand and go like
Poof it away.
abracadabra.
Abracadabra. I don't get it.
Have the guy fall. I don't know.
So Connell said he compares this plot point to the Luigi's Mansion video game series. So maybe AI took it from that. I don't really know.
It could have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on what information and keywords you give it.
Right.
So it could have been something. Yeah.
Right.
Like that.
So Connell said that he and other employees were told to give each child 1 jelly bean and a quarter cup of lemonade. Okay, so now okay, so is it a half cup of lemonade and 3 jelly beans or 2 jelly beans, or is
Here's
it
my
1 jelly
theory.
bean and a quarter cup? What the
I think what they probably started off doing was a half cup lemonade and 3 jelly beans, and then they
Okay.
realized we're running out. 1 jelly bean and a quarter cup of lemonade.
Let's start doing rations?
Yeah, I think that's what happened. If that's like, because there's several articles that say both, so I'm thinking that's probably like later in the day they're like, oh, we're running out, got a ration of jelly beans.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so another wonky doodle actor, Jenny Fogarty, said that after the first 3 45-minute performances, the cast were told to abandon the script and instead let guests walk through the venue, a process that Patterson said took, quote, about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And the character of the unknown, previously introduced as the script's sinister antagonist, was now, quote, scaring children for no reason.
Well, that's even worse.
That's even worse.
Oh man.
Okay. So Connell was told he would be given a 15-minute break every 45 minutes, but on the day of the event, he played the Willie McDuff character for 3.5 hours straight. After returning from a lunch break, Connell encountered a large group of customers demanding refunds from Cowell, who's the Illuminati guy, and the other actors were unsure what to do next. Having been told that the event had now been cancelled midway through its opening day, the actors left and went to the pub.
What else do you do at
What
that
else do you
point?
do?
Like,
You drown your sorrow somehow.
because you had such a like humiliating, confusing day. And-
Oh my
man.
goodness. So, returning to the venue sometime later, Connell said that the threat of violence had become quite high, and there were 2 police vans and 2 squad cars at the scene.
It was probably some of the parents that called the police because they were mad. Like, I would not be surprised if
I
that's
would
what
not be
happened.
surprised, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I got.
Did you enjoy your Willy experience, Kendra?
Yeah, because it's crazy.
I think the only way I would have like done it was like if it was like in college when we had like nothing else to do and we're like we already paid this money to go, and then just there like making fun of it the whole time.
Right,
That's the
that's
only
it,
thing
yeah.
that good that could have come out of it. Unfortunately,
Exactly. Unfortunately, so now I'm seeing like petitions online to have it come back just the way it was, you know?
Yeah.
Just so like people just can like laugh and make fun and, you know, be like, haha, so bad. But
Yeah.
I mean, and that would be fine just as long at the end of the day that money that was raised was able, you know, to actually pay the actors, because
Yes. Yep.
this is I mean,
It's bad.
it's hard. It's bad.
It's so bad. Like you can tell, so like they have giant gummy bears and like they have some set pieces.
Some
Like,
some of the set pieces look cool. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, like if they would have like sectioned it off to like a quarter of the space, like quarter of the warehouse, they could have made it like an actual thing. And it could have been decent if they would have added some chocolate. But it just It was just very obviously a scam that I don't know if everybody thought it was a scam, like, if or just things fell through the cracks, but an event like this takes months to make. It's not gonna be a month and a half and, "Oh, let's set up." Like, that's not how these things go. It's crazy.
But I mean, it's entertaining.
It is. It makes for good internet.
It makes for great internet. So yeah, so people are buying, like, making merch and all these, like, t-shirts, and there's this to end this episode, I found this t-shirt online that you can buy. It says, "I got traumatized at the Willy Wonka Experience, February 25th, 2024, Glasgow, Scotland."
I love it. It needs, like, the picture of, like,
The unknown on
the
it.
unknown on it, yeah.
I feel like this Halloween there's gonna be a lot of the unknowns and sad Oompa Loompas.
What do they call them? Wonka doodles?
Wonky doodles.
Wonky doodles, yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm gonna be. A wonky doodle.
I wanna be
Oh man, Inca could be the unknown.
It could be the unknown.
Just
The
give her a little
unknown.
silver vest.
Okay, all the wanderers have to Google if you haven't seen The Unknown. Please Google The Unknown. It is terrifying that this would ever be. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. It's not kid appropriate. It's terrifying.
No, it looks like an off-brand Death Eater from Harry Potter.
It does. It's
like a really bad one.
Yeah, like a really bad one.
Oh my. Alright, Wanderers, we hope you enjoyed your Willy experience. Like I said, I'll leave some links to some TikToks and some articles and pictures, hopefully everything that we talked about today. We hope you enjoyed us rambling and talking about it, dissecting it, and
trying to process it.
Yes.
Because it just doesn't seem real.
Oh gosh. Yeah. And if you have any suggestions for any future podcasts, including crazy events like these, please let us know. Feel free to email us at fwplisteners@gmail.com.
And as always, new episodes of the FWP are released to wherever you get your podcasts from, and including this place that you are listening to right now.
All right, Wanderers, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
Really cloudy.
Oh, there's like something outside your window or something.
No,
it's the unknown.
It's the unknown.
It's the unknown. He's watching you.
Trying to steal my chocolate gobstopper or whatever it was.
The graffiti gobstopper.
The graffiti gobstopper living in the walls. What the heck? So disturbing.